Boys and girls, you know what time it is. Welcome to Messy Miracles. My name is Miss Delaney. I will be your host today and our contestant. Give it up for Miss Emily. Pray for a miracle because these questions are really hard. Let's spin the wheel of what to see what miracle we are gonna learn about today. Whoa, boys and girls. In Matthew chapter 8, the miracle Jesus does, he heals a man with leprosy. Oh yeah, which brings me to my first question. Miss Emily, what on earth is leprosy?
Is it when you turn into a leopard?
Ooh, false. Which brings us to our first dump, slime!
Whoa! Ew!
Whew, pretty gross, right, boys and girls? Well, sit up straight and tall because I have something to share with you that's even grosser. You see, leprosy was a really, really ugly and really, really painful sickness. And it covered you all over, just like slime. It starts with your hands, a lot of blisters, and then it goes down to your feet and your toes. And some people, they even lost their hands, and they even lost their feet, and they lost their toes. Pretty gross, right? And leprosy was so contagious. Everyone had to stay at least 6 feet away from a leopard. And this leper here in Matthew 8, he knew how ugly he was. He knew how sick he was. He knew that he had no one. But this leper, he was brave enough, desperate enough, and hopeful enough to go to Jesus. Without any invitation, he went up to Jesus. He kneeled before him and said, "Lord, if you are willing, please, you can make me clean." Yeah, that's right. This leper, he worshiped Jesus. It was pretty amazing, which brings me to my second question. Miss Emily, how did this leper worship Jesus?
Ooh, I know. Good Father.
Oof, not quite, and a little pitchy. Second dump of the day, boys and girls. Ew! That was really gross. Well, actually, boys and girls, the correct answer is there are 3 correct answers. The leper worshiped Jesus in 3 different ways. The first way he worshiped Jesus was with his body. He kneeled before Jesus. Everyone up on your feet, up. Let me see. And we're gonna do like a 5-second dance break. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now freeze. And kneel down right where you are, on your knees. All right, okay, now you can sit back down and sit up straight and tall for me. The second way that the leper worshiped Jesus was with his words. He called Jesus Lord. Turn to your neighbor and say, "Jesus is Lord." Oh yeah, okay. And the third way that the leper worshiped Jesus was with his faith in Jesus' power. He believed Jesus was strong enough. I want you to pretend like you just got zapped by a bunch of electricity. Ready? Okay. Now, show me your muscles. Show me how strong you are.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. Well, the leper believed that Jesus was strong enough and powerful enough that he could heal him. But did he know if he would? Did the leper know for a fact that Jesus would heal him?
Absolutely. He was like, "I'm so great, I deserve to be healed." And it probably went something like this. "Jesus gonna heal me."
I don't think so. I think the leper was way more humbler than that. For that, Miss Emily, you are going to get a bunch of used Band-Aids dumped on your head. Remember, Miss Emily, the leper said, "If you are willing, you can heal." And then what happened, Miss Emily?
Then Jesus said sayonara, hopped on a jet plane, and got a taco.
No! Actually, boys and girls, the Bible says that Jesus reached out his hand, he touched the leopard, and he said, "I am willing, be cleansed." And then, what happened, Miss Emily?
It didn't work.
Are you kidding me? It's Jesus. Of course it worked. Immediately, the Bible says, the leper was healed and this man no longer had leprosy. Turn to your neighbor and say, it's a miracle. You see, when we disobey God's command and we sin, we can be really, really ugly sometimes. When we choose to be super mean instead of loving, when we choose to tell lies instead of the truth, or when we choose to be super, super selfish and only care about what we want, some people might be like, get away, you're so gross. Well, Jesus did not respond to us in that way. No. When we were so ugly, covered in our sin, he still chose to reach out to us, to show us love and compassion by dying for us in our sin. While we were still sinners, he died for us. And he took away all of that ugliness. He washed us brand new and made us super uber clean. Just like this. All right, boys and girls, now that Jesus has washed you and made you a brand new person and you are no longer covered in the punishment of sin, I have a question for you. Now that Jesus has loved you the same way that he loved that leper, that outcast, how can you love others who are hard to love? Now, I know that when you reach out and show love to the ones that are hard to love, show love to the messy people and the gross ones, the ones that might pick their nose, or the ones that are just really, really, really nasty to you sometimes, when you show them love, God can use you to make the most out of the gross. It's the truth and it's our big idea, so you know we have to say it like 5,000 times today. So come on, up on your feet, everybody. We're not gonna do it until you guys are all standing on your feet. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Make the most out of the gross. I think that is my favorite big idea we have ever done. It's so much fun. Thank you so much for doing it with us. And that is all the time we have today for Messy Miracles. Miss Emily, you're pretty gross.